If you're an avid collector of vintage men's jackets or you want a new hobby going into the new year, vintage stores are where you'll need to spend some time. But if you don't live near a vintage clothing store or prefer to shop from the comfort of your home, vintage shops and stores that sell vintage-inspired apparel have upped their online presence over the past 2 years. Vintage leather jackets and coats are now easily accessible with just a few keystrokes and clicks. Like shopping in a vintage store in person, these online sellers include photos and details about condition the jacket is in, the size and even what era it's from. Whether you want a vintage bomber jacket to wear between seasons, or a vintage-inspired leather jacket complete with all the distressed fixings and details, you're sure to find something at the 6 online stores below. They also feature multiple options for throwback Nike jacket windbreakers and retro finds from other sportswear brands. Just keep in mind that shipping times and costs may differ for clothing items coming from outside the country. HuffPost may receive a share from purchases made via links on this page. Every item is independently selected by the HuffPost shopping team. Prices and availability are subject to change. Urban Outfitters Marketplace. Urban Outfitters. Through Urban Outfitters Marketplace platform, you can buy second-hand and new garments and accessories, including jackets, tops, jewelry, hats and bottoms. All second-hand items, like their vintage jackets, are sold by individual sellers. You can find everything from 90s NBA jackets to vintage Patagonia fleece to designer trench coats. Jackets shown: vintage trench coat, $149, vintage London fog trench coat, $249, vintage nubuck leather coat, $129. See all of Urban Outfitters vintage jackets and coats here. Two. Beyond Retro. Beyond Retro. Your one-stop shop for pre-owned, vintage outerwear like denim jackets, track jackets, bomber jackets and blazers is UK-based Beyond Retro. Keep in mind that like physical vintage stores, every vintage clothing item on Beyond Retro's site comes in one size only and it's the only item of its kind available to purchase. Every item lists the size, condition and era when applicable. In order to buy anything, you do need to create a free account, but it takes less than 5 minutes. Jackets shown: NFL Ravens jacket, $42, Nike 1990s nylon jacket, $55, Marmot 1980s ski jacket, $79. See all of Beyond Retro's vintage jackets and coats here. Three. The Jacket Maker. The Jacket Maker. For all things leather, check out The Jacket Maker. Each jacket is handmade in-house and sold directly to consumers, including the vintage-inspired leather collection. In this collection, The Jacket Maker took the familiar look of the classic leather jacket and added contemporary design features, like combining traditional colors with distressed finishes. Sizes for every jacket range from XS to 4XL, and you can even order one with your customized measurements for an additional fee. Jackets shown: Alex Distressed Burgundy Leather Jacket, $230, and Cinnamon Distressed Leather Fur Coat, $300. See all of the jacket makers' vintage jackets and coats here. Four. The North Face. The North Face. If you've ever wanted to own one of the North Face's signature jackets from the 90s, Teresa collection for that right on the brand's site. In addition to new versions of the men's 1996 Nuptse jacket and the 1995 Denali jacket, the Retro Designs collection also offers youth, toddler and women's jackets in the same styles. Jackets shown: 1996 Retro Nuptse jacket, $280, and 95 Retro Denali jacket, $199. See all of the North Face's retro jackets here. Five. Farfetch. Farfetch. For your high-end vintage needs, Farfetch's collection of pre-owned designer coats and jackets has everything from 1990s Burberry blazers to Versace bomber jackets from the 1980s. Jackets shown: Giorgio Armani 1990s padded hooded coat, $407, and Dayton Giello vintage cult 1970s double-breasted trench coat, $378. See all of Farfetch's pre-owned designer jackets and coats here. Six. ASOS Marketplace Vintage. ASOS Marketplace. Like Urban Outfitters, ASOS also has an online marketplace where individual sellers can put pre-owned vintage clothing up for sale. ASOS Marketplace offers second-hand clothing from brands like Nike, Dickies, Carhartt, Rick Owens, Timberland, and Adidas. The condition and size for each article is listed on the product page. Jackets shown: vintage early 90s Nike padded puffer jacket, $50.39, and vintage Fila padded jacket, $73.02. See all of the vintage jackets on ASOS Marketplace here.